The devil used a lot of negative tricks against me and thought that was going to weaken me and turn you against me. And it worked for a while, you know. People are gullible. People believe everything negative about you. And nothing, you know, they want legions of proof to prove anything positive about you. But negative, one word, pass it on like a pebble in a lake, you know, just ripples everywhere. But it's the world we live in. It's the media world we live in. You know, it's just everybody reads the story, but they don't need to read the little paragraph retraction on the back page when they find out it was false. You know, nobody reads that story. And they don't put that story, breaking news. It's not breaking news when they retract something they lied about and got caught doing. You know, so. And the devil uses this, you know, and it uses it against you. You know, it's really horrible, really, really horrible. And such a character assassination to call someone a child molester when they're not. And it happens all the time, you know, and they just suspect you when they call you a child molester. Oh, he looks like the other guy that was a child molester, so he must be too. You know, and child molesters don't come in looks, you know, come in all shapes and sizes. But I would say a guy wearing a dress, if I was a child molester, I'm doing a horrible job at it. What woman would trust me with her child, and I'm a 56-year-old man standing there in a pink dress? You think she's going to say, oh, take care of my child, I'll be back in a few hours? Yeah. That's not what child molesters do, you know. It's like me trying to fish with an anchor on my hook. It's not going to happen. But real child molesters, you know, they're the priest, the clergy, the police officer, the coach, the cheerleading squad teacher, the teacher, you know, and people that get close to children and get their trust. That's your child molester. That's where your child molester lives. Anywhere they can get close to you. I'm nowhere around children. I don't have any children in my house, and when I did, they were kept away from me. Because my mother was spreading these rumors that I'm a child molester. That's where they came from. Because my mother was doing character assassination, and what better way? So, and if that's character assassination is coming from your mother, who's gonna not believe it? Everybody's gonna believe it. So, you got that too. Like I said, I'm not bitter. I see it as a failed attempt to attack me. Because you know it's failed. I mean, everybody knows I'm not a child molester. And if you don't, you do now. You know, I've been a lot of things, but that's not one of them. I think that's gross. And when I hear it being done, believe me, I want to do all the horrible things to them that you want to do too. But I don't know. You know, out of all the ways to character assassin, that's one of the worst. Because people don't usually ask many questions after you say that. Oh, is your child molested? They don't go, why? Who did he molest? How old was he? They don't get into all those questions, you know. They're just like, oh, he's a child molester. We're going to kill him. You know, put him at the stake. End of story, you know. So. I did date an underage girl, my first girlfriend, Krista. I found her on one of those dating, you know, in the newspaper, the personals and stuff. And I answered her ad. I didn't have an ad. I answered her ad. She called me back. We established a relationship. We had sex. And then she told me she's 17. And I'm like, what? I'm like, first off, you're not supposed to be in a paper unless you're over 18. I guess the newspaper didn't check her ID. I hope they do now, but it pretty much doesn't exist anymore. It's on the internet, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't look for a 17-year-old, And I was in my 20s, or like 20, I was like 19 or 20 when it happened. It wasn't like I was 50 or something, but... And her father tried to use it against me. He tried to threaten me, calling the cops. I was like, call them. But, she lied. And like, there's a big difference between 17 and 18, like I'm gonna meet her and say, you're not 18, you're 17. That's not gonna happen, it's pretty much the same thing. So it wasn't like it was my fault, My fault was that I fell in love with her. So, and I didn't rush things with her. We were together quite a while before we slept together. Supposedly she was a virgin, and I don't know if she was or wasn't, but I don't know. Things are weird.